everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. How are you today? The one, Mr. Marcia Moore. How are you?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, and thank you for asking me. I hope you're doing absolutely well, too.
I am. You just have like a calmness about you. It's this vibe. And I was like, how you over there just relaxing, you chilling. We got all this stuff going on backstage, and like one of our guests that's backstage said, I can't wait to hear what he got to say. you got something to say. You have something to say, right?
Yes, I do.
Now, where are you located, Marcia?
I'm located in Richmond, Virginia, but this is funny. I'm originally from Greenville, North Carolina. So,
wow, okay. Well, I'm actually from Newport News, Virginia, and definitely have frequented the Richmond, Virginia area for sure. So I'm so glad to have you. Listen, I see all of you all coming into the virtual studio audience. Grab your seats. We have a great show lined up for you today. We're talking about R.i.s.e. and let people know just a little snippet. Don't give them everything. What are we going to be talking about today, Marcia?
My background story, things to do with my family, how I grew up, where I'm at right now. I'm kind of on a spiritual journey, just letting people know just where I stand at in life right now. So that's what we're going to be talking about.
Well, we can't wait because all of us can resonate with what you are probably going to be talking about today in some regard. We all have we have family. We have journeys that we're going on. We have our backgrounds and our backstories, and we just want to know what you've had to go through and what you've had to overcome to become who you are today so that we can better balance our own lives. So we on this show, we don't want to just hear the trauma and the drama. We want to make sure that we come up with some solutions for you to be able to have a better outcome as you walk through your life. So I cannot wait. Let's see who's visiting in today. Mackenzie, you can pop some of these people up. Rise as one, Joseph said. Glad to have you, Joseph. Good morning, Kim. And the one, the only Mr. Marcia Moore from Newport Beach, California. TJ's in the house. All right. I'm in Richmond, Virginia, too, Natana says. Keep up the good work, P says. All right. Let's see. Hi, cool gamer. Glad to have you. Good morning, Rose Slade says. And good morning from Sumter, South Carolina. Joseph Johnson's in the house. Dr. Peggy Johnson said, good morning, beautiful Kim Jacobs. Well, thank you, Dr. Peggy. I am from Virginia as well, Mike Beverly says, and love hearing your spiritual journey. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break. I'm going to come right back, and then I'm going to introduce formally the one, Mr. Marcia Moore. You opened your hands like that? You ready? You like what?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the first question. Let me go ahead and tell you. First question is, why is that your name? I want to know that right from the bat. Anybody else want to know why is Marcia Moore the one? His name? Put a one in the comments. We got to know that. That's the first question. When we come back, we'll be right back. That's hilarious.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter and Everett, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
Right, everyone. So let's see. There's some ones coming to come. Yeah, people already want to know that. Well, I see you, Daniel, from upstate. Somebody said that they're from upstate New York. I see somebody that said that They are from Nigeria, coming from North Carolina. Keep up the good work, all of that. Okay, so some of the ones that came in, I see all of y'all typing one. Why that name? Talk to us.
Okay, so the backstory on my name. I actually get my name from my mother's brother, so my uncle. And here's the funny thing is, I never knew my uncle, never met him, didn't know how he pronounced it, didn't know how he spelled it, anything. My mother just bestowed this name upon me, and from day one, it's just been like that. But the funny thing is, growing up, like you have no idea how many people mispronounce, misused, abused, twist, turned to like just play with my name so much.
Funny. But let me give you an formal introduction so people at least know who you are. You were born and raised in North Carolina. You're the youngest in your family and the first in your family to start real estate company, an inspiration and motivational speaker that's been trained by Les Brown. So we are glad to have you here. And I'm not mispronouncing it. I'm Mr. Marcia.
Oh no,
right?
No, you're great.
All right. So take us on a journey through your childhood. What was it like for you being Marcia Moore?
My childhood. Growing up, I kind of grew up almost in like a house divided because I grew up predominantly with my mother because my father wasn't really in the picture. And by the time my father did come back in the picture, like I was kind of like I was a preteen. So as a preteen, you kind of like already established somewhat in life.
Right.
And my father, well, fathers are just fathers, but they try to like come in under the command, the leadership role to trying to like, tell you what to do. But I'm kind of already self-sustained as a young adult, seems like it. So I won't really trying to listen to him per se. So I was, I'm just going through the motion like, man, like you can't really tell me what to do because you weren't really in my life the early stages, which looking back, it was a little bit rough because my mother, a single mother, raising 3 children by herself, working 3 jobs. I think that's ironic, but 3 children working 3 jobs, like just holding it down. And eventually, I don't know if you remember this or not, but back in like 1999, when it was Hurricane Floyd that hit.
Yes.
My mother ultimately, she lost all of her jobs. We lost our home. And me, my brother, we were sent to stay. We were pretty much put in foster care because our sister, we have different fathers. So our sister went to go stay with her father. My mother, went to go stay with her sister. Since my father wasn't in the picture, me and my brother got shipped off to I forgot what just that fast. We got shipped off to
Foster care? No.
foster care. Yeah, excuse me.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
like, what?
I was
like, what?
but yeah, we got shipped off to foster care where we were in there for like 2 years, like just roughing it out.
Wait, stop for a second. Let me understand. You're saying that because your mom and Hurricane Floyd and everything happened and she wasn't able to take care of you, you all had to go to foster care and stay in that system for 2 years away from the mom that was helping and taking care of you and loving on you. But because of hard times, you had to transition?
Yes, because working the job she was working and taking care of us, like technically my mother was living like paycheck to paycheck, trying to provide for 3 children, like all of us. Like I'm in elementary school, brothers in middle school, sisters in high school. So it's trying to balance all that. And the only time I really saw my mother is like in transition, like coming in the house in the morning, getting us up, getting ready, and then she leaving off going to her next job.
So how did you end up in foster care?
Well, pretty much when we lost our home and my mother lost her jobs, like the court system pretty much declared my mother as being unfit because you don't have the resources to take care of your children. You don't have, proper, housing. So we pretty much were all just dispersed out. So like I say, my sister went to go stay with her father. My mother went to go stay with her sister. Since our father wasn't in the picture, me and my brother, we got shipped off to foster care. So
Were you and your brother able to be together or no?
yes, we were. Yes, we were. But when we were shipped off, like literally the only things we had to take with us were just the clothes on our backs. We didn't have anything else to take with us at the time. So
Ooh, I know, I know that had I can't imagine because I didn't experience that, so I can't say I know anything because I don't. But I would be interested in hearing from your perspective. What can you say to other people that are young people that had to go through the foster care? So yes, Jaleesa says, "Wow, I see your comment." That have had to go through that kind of traumatic backstory, and they are still trying to figure out how to put the pieces of their puzzle to their lives together. Any advice or thoughts? Because not everybody is sitting how you are right now, composed and professional young man, and literally trying to share your story with people. But everybody's not in that place. Some people are really broken from their childhood. So, any advice?
one advice I can give you is something I kind of harped on for a long time, but sometimes you got to go to therapy to solve these things.
Okay, okay.
Like this is
So,
something I did in my 20s. I went to therapy to solve some of my childhood issues because the older you get, the more you hang on to this. I used to call it unclaimed baggage, but eventually you got to claim it. So I had to claim it. I had to man up and say, "Hey, look, I need to seek out and get help for this."
That's outstanding advice. So just going and getting some therapy and talking through some of your childhood trauma and pain so that you can get. And so when was that turning? How did you transition out of the foster care system and be able to transition into kind of who you are today?
Well, it took a while, I'll say that. At that 2 year mark, my father, he finally was notified that we were in foster care and he came and got us, which we ended up staying with him and his second wife, which you would think like maybe this is gonna be like a turnaround, like it's gonna be a better story. But honestly, staying with my father and his second wife like despised us, like she couldn't stand us, and she used to like treat us bad, treat us horribly, used to talk junk about us. It's sort of like you went from one like nightmare right into a whole nother.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. 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 So most people are like, yes, family's here. The cavalry has arrived, right? I'm assuming. Is that accurate?
Yeah, you would think that, yeah. But
But
like I
then
said,
you
but
find
going
out that you're
into
having a worse experience. Wow.
okay, so going to stay with my father and his second wife, yeah, the situation it kind of got better, but then it still like took a slant for the worse because it seemed like we went from almost like one prison to another. Because when you're living with somebody that's an adult and they're looking over you and they can't stand you, like they're gonna do things to mistreat you, abuse you, talk foul about you, like the whole 9 yards. And eventually, my father shipped us off to stay with our grandparents, which honestly I look at that as a blessing today because I got to spend some time with my grandparents before my grandfather passed. So that was a blessing. So
That's good. Okay. So, how did you get through dealing with these stressors? Because as a young person, that's a lot of weight to carry. Seeing your mom, who love you, based on what you're saying, you knew she loved you, but just some dire circumstances and situations came into the picture that ended up taking the children away from her. What I want to know is whatever ended up happening with your mom. Did she ever get things back on track, and were you able to get back with her, or what was the outcome?
my mother was able to get back on her feet and get a roof, get a roof for us to get back with her, and eventually we did. And when that came into play, like my father, he was out of his second marriage and he decided to come back to my mom, which that's it was another interesting case with that too. But we kind of all came back together somewhat as an idealistic family.
Wait, wait, Marcia, I was not you know how you like, wait a minute now, I was not prepared for that part of the story. What in the world? Okay. Wait. And if anybody else is sideswipe, please tell me, because I was not expecting you to say that at all. Your mom had the jobs. She lost the jobs with Hurricane Floyd, everything that happened there. You and your siblings got dispersed. Now, meanwhile, the dad is nowhere in the picture, according to what you're sharing, right? Nowhere in the picture. You don't know your uncle that you're named after. All of this stuff. This is like a Lifetime movie or something, isn't it? It's something, I don't know, based on real facts. But here's the deal. You go to the foster care system. You're there for 2 years. You come back out. You're with your grandparent. Well, you're with your dad. You're with your dad and his second wife, according to what you're sharing. And this is only his own story, y'all. So don't text me or call me or ask me nothing. Why'd you say that about his parents? I ain't say nothing. This is what he's saying happened. Okay. Come back home to his dad and his dad's second wife. Things don't go that well. You go to your grandparents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're happy because you get a chance to spend some time with your grandparents in their latter years, and praise God for that. Now you come back home and it's you, your dad, who's no longer with his second wife, who now with your mama. Okay, this right here. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back and we're going to hear what happened after that reunion occurred. We'll be right back. Marcia! What? We'll be right back. Wow.
Hi, my name is Samantha Benson, and I'm with Get Insured Solutions. You can get life insurance anywhere across the country, but with Get Insured Solutions, we have an advocacy program that helps families at the worst time of their lives with the loss of their loved ones. That means we have a funeral advocacy program that helps your family with funeral merchandise, negotiating the cost of your funeral expenses, and living benefits. Get Insured Solutions, LLC. Contact me, Samantha Benson.
Right, everybody. So that was a long extended ending. It's like at the end of that commercial, it's like, okay, fade to black. And we are back. Okay. So anyway, Marcia, tell us what happened when you reunited with your whole family.
Okay.
Wowza is right. I see your comment. Wowza.
Okay, so reunited with my whole family, brother, me, my father, and my mother, and my sister. She's kind of grown now, so I think she left off to college at this point. But all of us are back together, and it's still kind of like a rough, like, you're trying to get it together, but it's still like, because of the past, memory stuff that's happened, like we're still having like a rough go around. So at this particular time, I'm in middle school, still developing as a person. Like I said earlier, father came back in my life, just trying to be in the leadership role, give orders or whatnot. But I just wasn't feeling it because, after everything that transpired in my childhood, I'm like, man, like you can't just come back in my life and just start giving orders. Like it just don't work like that. Like if you have your own brain, your own thought process, if you grow to a higher level of your own understanding, like there's something wrong in this picture. Like somebody that gave birth to me, yes, but they've been kind of missing, throughout the lifespan, and then you just come back in here permanently. You just try to pick up where you left off at, and I was like, nah, can't really, connect with that. So me and my father kind of struggled to kind of understand each other. I really didn't understand him because I'm still kind of lost to like, how did we get here? Like,
right.
And the type of person my father was, like, he just worked, which that's probably where I get my work ethic from. But one difference is I'm actually claiming and owning up to my mistakes. My father, he didn't really claim or own up to a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
I remember growing up, my father, he would work a full week, come home from work, and like he will openly tell my mother, like, hey, look, I don't have money to pay this. I don't have money to pay that. Like, I just don't got it. And for some people, you would say, well, how can you go to work like a full week and like come home broke? Like, how do you not have money for just the essentials?
Right.
But my father, you know, the way he grew up, like he just putting it out there. But you know, he was a gambler. He spent money on stuff that, you know, didn't necessarily serve him or serve others. And by the end of the week, he just was flat out broke. So you can't really take care of your family if, you know, if you're putting your money and stuff.
Used it all on different things that you, yeah.
Exactly. So that process went on for a while, and also we moved a lot too. I remember before I got to probably say fifth grade, like I moved like maybe like 7 times. So like another funny thing behind that is by the time I got to fifth grade, my teacher looked at my transcript, and she was like, you know, is your family in the military or something? And I'm looking around like, you know, like, what does that mean? Like, I never heard of that. I didn't know what it meant. And I'm like, nah, my family's not in the military. We're just, lack of better words, just less fortunate, or just poor,
Right.
just don't have it. But always moved, even up until high school. Like, I was supposed to move before my 9th grade year, which I did. So there was one school I was supposed to go to, was in Washington, North Carolina, which I didn't end up going to that school. I ended up going to another school called Southside High School in Chocowinity, North Carolina, which moved back to my dad's hometown. And he ended up getting a house down there, and you know, closer to where his job was at. So we lived down there for 4 years up until I graduated.
Okay.
In that point, my father got sick halfway between my junior and senior year in high school. Got really, really sick. And that was kind of the birth of me, like, you know, stepping up and taking ownership in the household too. Because I started working and, you know, was paying for bills, you know, trying to keep it all together. Like,
and you really kind of had to step into manhood at a very early age. That was something that no child should really have to take on at that level. So you started taking care of some of the financial situations to make things be better for your mom, not for you to have to leave again in that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. And a lot of people are commenting. I do want to go to a couple of the comments too, Mackenzie. I see somebody said, I so get it. I had crazy childhood as well and went to therapy, wrote a book about it called God Likes the Sound of Good Times, which was also therapeutic for this particular person. Wow. Other comments. I see Through the Struggle 302 says, hello, everyone. I'm Jazz. And thank you, Marcia. And thank you, Joe, for inviting me. Tuned in from Wilmington, Delaware. And somebody, Juliet, is from the Philippines. Thank you so much for tuning in, Juliet, as well. Rosa is from California. Somebody said the hustler mama ended up hooking back up with the daddy that was missing in action for the tragedy hurricane. That right there is a whole episode. Ashley, interesting comment. Okay. And I also see anybody that's cash apping and sending cash apps out, I will definitely acknowledge you all. Thank you so much for supporting the Kim Jacobs Show. It's scrolling at the bottom how you can do that, but I hear some dinging and stuff, and I want to make sure that I just thank you all for being supporters of the program. And that's the only way we can keep this program going. $ Kim Jacobs Inc. And so thank you. All right, let's keep it moving here. Now, people want to know, how did this all, which I don't even know how to ask the question. You obviously some things happened that you now are here where you are. We're going to talk about that during the second half of the program. But I really want to know, where do you gain your strength? Where do you garner your strength from? Because you're so determined. Where do you get that desire, that passion, that wherewithal to be able to pull yourself up from the gutter and become who you are? Tell us where you gain your strength from.
Ultimately, I gained my strength from my mother. My mother, and this is a backstory on my mother. So my mother actually lost both of her parents when she was a child. So my mother wasn't raised by her parents. She was actually shipped off to Winston, North Carolina, where she was
Okay,
raised by
Winston-Salem. Yeah.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where she was raised by her aunt, excuse me. So my mother actually didn't grow up with, a dad and a mother in a household. Well, she's originally from Philadelphia.
Wow. Okay. So what about your mom inspired you? Because I know it's something that.
Well, my childhood, just seeing my mother work and just take care of us. And my mother was never the type of person to tell us no. That's the crazy thing. Even if she didn't have it, she would find a way to get it and still make things happen. Like
Sound like my mama.
So, and that's ultimately like just where I get my wherewithal, my strength, my tenacity, just my ability just to keep pressing forward in life.
Okay. Wow. If everyone is enjoying Marcia Moore's story, make sure that you put some hearts and some love in the comment section and let people know how they can stay connected with you.
You can stay connected to me by my email address, marciamore252@gmail.com. The best contact for me is 252-676-7349. Also, I'm on Instagram, Mark_L_Moore. And on Facebook, it is the one Mr. Marcia Moore.
Excellent. All right, y'all. Listen, Marcia, we are enjoying this conversation tremendously. And I cannot wait until we come back because I want to know, how did you become an inspirational speaker? And clearly I know from where it came from, but what are some of the topics that you talk about and what drew you to that microphone? So there was something that just said, I got to get out here and share my story. So when we come back at some point, right in the second half of our discussion, I want us to start there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Listen, everybody, we have a tremendous treat for you as well. Outside of also hearing from Marcia Moore, the one Marcia Moore, who has been a tremendous guest already. And you can see all the comments that are flooding in. I see all the hearts and people are just saying, oh my gosh, we love it. We love it. We love it. I see you, Arnetta Caldwell, who also has a podcast called Reinvented on Spotify. Make sure y'all check that out. She's one of our experts. The power of testimony, is Demetrius said. Listen, right now, guys, we have a very special treat for you backstage. Many of you may know about, if you heard of Tone X, the comedian, Tone X, that he's the writer, author, co-owner of Grown Fitwear and Grown TV Network, talking about them grown man tips and all of that. Then you are in for a treat because he is here backstage with owner of Silver Shield Security, Janelle Jackson, and they have a special announcement for you today. You all know, you all hear every day about Janelle Jackson. You don't know about her name, but you get to hear Silver Shield Security as one of our episode sponsors, right? We're going to play their commercial. And then when we come right back from that commercial, you're going to hear from the owner herself, Janelle Jackson, and a big announcement that's happening that involves Tone X. We'll be right back. Thank you, Marcia, for being our guest today. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, everybody, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Take it away, Mackenzie.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everybody, we are back and we are talking with Janelle Jackson, owner of Silver Shield Security, and Tone X. How are you all today?
We are good.
I am doing blacktastic. How are you?
Blacktastic, okay. Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I'll just keep it at that.
Great.
Janelle, how are you today?
I am amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. So listen, again, everybody, you all know Janelle Jackson because she is the owner of Silver Shield Security. Today, we have a really special announcement for you all. And Janelle, I want everybody to know, first of all, What made you even just start Silver Shield Security? Just briefly tell us that.
Wow. I wanted to set a foundation for my kids, have some type of something that they can grow from, something they can live on as a legacy, something they can continue on, that, from one person to the other. It can be, just continuing generational wealth is what I wanted, and teaching them business skills and money skills and people skills and social skills and all that into one. And especially when my daughter made me a grandmother, wanted to do something a little different than what I did with my kids. They were always brought up in the business world, but I just wanted it to continue.
All right. Well, that is incredible story and inspiration. I think you're doing just that, because there's a lot to Silver Shield Security, but I know someone that's going to be the new face of Silver Shield will take it away from there. But tell us what's big for you with Silver Shield right now. This is a big year, milestone.
Wow, this is a big year, because we are now, before when we started, we were just a no credit check, no contract company where, we was just feeling our way. And now we've been in the business for a decade now, and we've learned so much. Thank you. So much about the business, to the point where we're financing and we're doing more businesses. We're doing government accounts. We went from just doing individuals, one-on-ones, to now we're doing government accounts. We're working on doing apartment complexes, full apartments. We're doing, government accounts. You name it, we'll do it. On our website, as it comes, when you first go to our website, you'll see we're more than just a security company. We're not just doing security. We're doing wiring, structure wiring. We're hanging TVs. We're painting. We're building cabinets. We are more than just a security company.
Absolutely. And today we have here with us none other than Tone X. And Tone X is going to be what for Silver Shield Security?
He is our spokesperson. And I just, before I say that, introduce Tone, what is amazing, when I started this business back in 2012, when I tell you, I have been trying to get with Tone and get with him, and he was just, he was with Monique, traveling. He was just doing so many things, and everything happens for a reason. I wasn't where I needed to be at that time, and I thank God for that, because had I got him then, I wouldn't been able to utilize him the way I can utilize him today. So I'm so grateful that things happen in God's time. We don't always know why. We just don't understand. You just got to be patient. And God, and out of nowhere, I just tried one day, reached out to him, and he was just, call my manager. And the crazy part was, I used to always see his beautiful wife. I mean, her personality is just so bubbly. It almost made me feel like she was really my sister. And when I tell you, Yolanda and I have been dealing with each other now, going on 2 months, you would swear we've been knowing each other and dealing with each other 3 years. If not longer. They have just put me in, made me feel so comfortable to come to them and just ideas. So with that being said, this is for me, this is one of the biggest things I've done with this company, and I'm just so proud. And Tone, I don't know if I said this to you enough. I'm so proud to have you with us, because your name means so much, and people know what Tone represents. People know that if Tone is going to put his name behind it, then it has to be doing something good. So for that reason alone, I'm good, and I'll let him take it from there. I'm just so happy to have him.
Well, Tone X, welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. Glad to have you here. We're streaming live on Les Brown's Facebook page as well, so you're talking to his fans as well, and glad to have you here in the studio audience.
Oh, listen, I am ecstatic about being on your show, and I'm loving your show. I've been backstage watching it since the onset, and I'm loving your show, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be on your format talking about Silver Shield Security.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. Listen, talk to us about what your role is going to be within Silver Shield Security now.
I always use the analogy of the general insurance company and Shaq. What Shaq did for the general, as far as broadening the scope, broadening, crossing genres, getting more eyes on it and more ears on it, is the same thing that we plan to do with myself and Silver Shield Security.
That's good. And so what made you decide that there are a lot of people that come to you, you have a show. Talk to us just for a second about yourself, your platform, Grown Man Tips V101.9. Tell us all of the stuff that you do in a nutshell and what made you choose Silver Shield Security out of everything that comes your way.
Been doing comedy for close to 30 years, a national comedian that's been on almost every show that you can imagine. I did Def Jam in 95.
Yeah.
That's how far it goes back. Kings of Comedy Tour, BT Comic View, Comedy Central, Comedy After Dark. I have a Showtime special right now on the Showtime Network with Monique called Monique and Friends. Been touring with Monique for 7 years, over 7 years. Was doing Grown Man Radio, was in broadcasting for close to 20 years here in Charlotte. Started on Power 98, came back, did V101. I'm no longer on the radio now, but I'm getting ready to create Grown Man Radio on my independent radio network. I'm an author, a published author of the book called Grown Man Tips. It's tips that you can use every day in your everyday life just to inspire you, just to keep your energy high. We have Grown TV Network, which is where we do a podcast with my incredible wife, Grown Man Conversations, and we have it on our own network where we have subscribers. I have my own clothing line. It's called Grown Fit. I'm known as the Sock King on the internet. I've been doing colorful men's socks for over 10 years. So there's a lot that goes on with what we do over here, as well as doing lecture tours. And the thing about me is I'm an energy person.
Yes, I can feel that.
You know,
I can feel the energy.
all money ain't good money.
Yes.
And the last thing that we do over here is doing something for money, because money is energy, and you can generate your own money. So that definitely isn't the incentive to do something. The incentive is the person. The incentive is actually the energy behind the company and what they are trying to do. I was blown away just by the fact, and it's a small factor to some, but it's huge to me, that this company was so well established and it was minority owned. And when I say minority, I'm talking about a Black woman. And in this field of security, you hear about the bigger names, you hear about the bigger companies, but you never hear about a Black woman stepping in to this light with such a great company. Her technology is right there with the best of them. Her equipment is right there with the best of them. She has a deep desire with customer service, which is a big deal with me, how you treat people, because that helps with the longevity of your company. So once I did my research and then I actually met her and she kicked it off with my wife, which is a beautiful equation, then I said, yeah, I have to be a part of what she's doing, because I would love to help her company grow and to help her vision broaden and to expand what she's doing.
That is so admirable. And I'm so glad that you choose to connect with Silver Shield Security. I personally have Silver Shield Security as well. And so
you know.
So I know night vision cameras, all you state-of-the-art equipment.
Right.
You have to have contracts. I could be a spokesperson. I'm telling you, it's some great stuff. Even if you have apartments and different things like that, sometimes you can't get security systems.
Right.
Well, with Silver Shield Security, you can get it. So it's a lot to what this woman is offering that the whole world can benefit from. So
it's a great peace of mind to have too, when you're away from your family and you can feel secure about your family at home, when you can look right on your phone and see everything that's going on in your home. It is a great sense to have that peace of mind, not only when you're home, but when you're away from home and your family, that they're safe.
And that was important. That was really one reason why I chose Tone, because of how he feels about the community, how he feels about our people, how he feels about helping. That was one of the main reasons why I wanted his voice out there, because we want everyone safe. it doesn't matter. Safety should not be a credit check issue. Safety shouldn't be though it just shouldn't be anything up for grabs. That should be something we all have like water. We all should have the right to have security. And his voice is what I'm pushing out. And before you go, I hope you get a chance to play the new commercial that will be airing on, will be streaming. It's going to be on Hulu, Netflix. We're streaming everywhere. We're getting ready to go to a local news channel and have it on there. And I mean, I'm just doing everything that I can the right way, because there is no easy way. So it has taken me a while, but we are doing it the right way. And a lot of love is going into this. A lot of love.
Well, I am excited about all of the love that's pouring out. And yes, we are going to play this commercial. Any closing comment, Tonex? Anybody? Janelle?
I'll let Tone do the closing.
I'm just happy to be a part of what's going on. And I would encourage anyone who wants that peace of mind, if you don't have a security system for your apartment, for your home, for your business, I would ask you to go to Silver Shield Security. You can go to the website at www.silvershield-security.com. And because they are celebrating their 10-year anniversary, you can go now and use my promo code #ToneX, and you can get 50% off your installation fee. And I just want to let the people know, please keep up with me on Instagram at ToneX Comedy. That's TONEX Comedy. Go to Showtime, watch the special. And sis, I also do voiceovers. So anybody that needs a voice for anything, reach out to me.
Excellent. And let me make sure that's at ToneX. Let me make sure we put that here in the comment section so people know exactly how to stay connected with you. Let's put that up at ToneX
Comedy.
All right. On ToneX Comedy on Instagram.
Yes.
On IG. So we're going to put that up here for you all to know exactly how to stay connected at ToneX Comedy on Instagram. Yes. And he's using this promo code. So screenshot that. We're making the Carolinas safe for everyone. No exceptions. Use the promo code ToneX to receive half off from your installation. And where is this installation able to be done? Because people want to know that.
We do all of GA, all of South and North Carolina. We're also in Florida, and we're now moving out to Detroit area. So we are a little bit of everywhere now.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So listen, we're going to play this commercial. Thank you all for being here today. Congratulations on celebrating your 10-year anniversary with Silver Shield Security. And let me see here. I want to make sure that I see comments that came in. I don't want to disregard anybody. Let's see. Very proud of you, Leah said. And thank you for safety is a priority. The energy behind this company and is what is built is important, is what Donna said as well. Thank you all so much for being so amazing. Lots of comments came in. And so we appreciate you all supporting Silver Shield Security. We're going to play this commercial. Let me share the screen if I can get that in and let you see the latest commercial. And then we're going to come right back with the one, Mr. Marcia Moore. Thank you, Janelle.
Thank you for having us.
ToneX, we appreciate you all being here in the house. Let's play this commercial. We'll be right back with
peace and blessings to you.
Blessings to you. Here we go. Let's see if we can pull this in. Can y'all see that? Let me pull this up.
And we are on the Les Brown Network.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're on Les Brown's Facebook page. I'm going to pull this in for you and see if we can share it. Hold on. Pull this in. All right. Screen. And thank your wife for sending me this. Okay, let's go.
Yes, ma'am.
I have peace of mind with Silver Shield Security, which has been protecting my family and home, along with servicing the Carolinas for over a decade. Shield Security knows the importance of convenience and safety. Whether you live in an apartment, a home, or run a business, they are here to protect you from unwanted intrusions and fires. You can trust Silver Shield Security to install a high-quality security system that you can access directly from your smartphone. Call now at 704-440-4688 or visit the website at www.silvershield-security.com. You can use my promo code #ToneX and get 1/2 off your installation price. Don't forget to ask about the new no money down options. Let Silver Shield Security help to give you peace of mind, just like me and my family, and keep your business safe.
All right, everyone. And we are, I'm backstage. Well, okay, yeah, we're back. I'm like, where am I? I'm somewhere. All right. I'm so happy that our episode sponsors were able to come in today, Tone X and Janelle Jackson. And if y'all are backstage when the show ends, I'll love to continue to talk to you for a few moments. Welcome back, the one, Mr. Marcia Moore. How are you?
I'm doing well once again.
Okay. Now, make sure you talk to us about we said we're going to talk about something specific when you come back. So take us there with your motivational speaking, coming up to the mic. Talk to us.
Okay, so specifically how I got into the speaking realm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to last year because this is when it kind of all transpired for me. So last year I was kind of dealing with a lot and I was trying to keep things under wrap. I didn't want to speak about it at all. But June is when it started my separation period from my wife, and then ultimately in September, my divorce was final. Oh. But in spite of the divorce, in this week now, it's an old saying that goes, "God puts no more on your shoulders than what you can handle." So right. He must knew I could handle a lot. So in this period, in September, this is right after Labor Day weekend, divorce final. Found out my father was sick, like very, very, very sick. And ultimately he ended up passing that week.
Oh, okay.
But also my mother got sick as well. Like my mother had a stroke that week. And this is the same time I actually bought my first home. Also started my real estate business.
So all of this is happening in the same time frame. You get your divorce is final. You start your real estate business. You bought your home. Your dad passed away, and your mom is gravely ill, type of thing.
Yes, she had a stroke that week. She had a stroke on Tuesday. Monday is when my dad went in the hospital.
So is your mom what?
My mother is better now, but after the funeral service, we kind of found out something about my dad that is something else. I say, sometimes people hold secrets back from you that they feel that secrets, if they tell them, it's like almost dropping a burden on you. So they try to keep it from you. So when my dad passed after the funeral service, HIPAA laws, you can't, release all the medical records until after someone passes.
Right.
Come to find out, my dad had stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
So you had nobody in the family knew that your dad was battling with this cancer. And him and your mom, were they together for the rest of the time, right?
Yeah, he didn't even tell my mom either.
But the point, I'm saying part of the point is that your mom and dad reunited. So they came back together as one and raised you all and stepped in and together. And he never revealed that he had stage 4 cancer.
No.
My goodness. Okay, this is so you've had what any human being would think would be more than you could bear, but you've made it to the other side. And as we prepare to close out this episode today, I want inspiration poured into these people that are watching and that's viewing and hearing this program today. And I thank you all again too for your cash apps. I really appreciate everything that you all are doing here. Okay, so make sure that you tell people how they can be inspired through this type of tragedy, through this type of loss, technically losing your mom for some years because she wasn't able to be there at that tragic time in that time of your life. So just tell people how they can make it to the other side.
How do you make it to the other side? So the acronym RISE actually stands for something very significant that I actually, I harp on like all the time. So the acronym RISE actually stands for reinvesting yourself. Like sometimes you have to, like I said earlier, you have to take ownership of your stuff. You have to claim your baggage. So I had to take ownership, and then at the same time, I had to reinvest in myself. I had to say, hey, look, I don't know. So I had to start reading. I had to start meditating. I had to start getting closer with God. I got baptized back when I was 21 before I left home. And honestly, I kind of left my faith on the dresser when I left home, but I had to eventually get back to it.
Wow.
Case in point, reason why I'm on my spiritual journey. But that's what the R stands for. The I stands for being inspirational. Every one of us has a story. Even if you don't think your story is important, it's important to somebody because they could be going through the exact same thing. So telling your story, being inspirational, putting on a smile, like just getting through all the mud, all of it, just to be an impactful force in other people's lives. To just
absolutely. Yes.
The
And the S stands for
separation. Sometimes it's good to run with the pack, but at the same time, you have to separate yourself. You have to find things that are your calling, your strength. And I found out what my calling was, hey, speaking, like talking to people. I network very well. I can walk into any room, any situation, just start talking to people about anything. So I'm very good with networking because I've separated myself from things from the past that I didn't think I was strong enough to handle. So
very good. Good advice. So reinvesting in yourself, being inspirational, inspiring yourself. Separation. What's the E?
E is energy. You have
Energy.
to bring energy to every conversation, every room, every meeting, every short, every long conversation, whatever. You have to bring energy. That's how you keep people engaged because nobody wants to speak to a corpse. So
That's right. That's right. This is some good advice. So you don't necessarily psych yourself out, but you have just been able to rise and you've been able to reinvest, inspire, separate, and bring that energy to everything that you do is what I'm hearing. And we popped that up here for those that didn't write the whole acronym down is reinvesting, inspirational, separation, and energy. The one, Mr. Marcia Moore does bring that energy and we appreciate it. And I see lots of comments. Speakers speak. Yes, so true. Separation is necessary sometimes. God has taught me, this is Dr. Peggy says, God has taught you so much that is blessing others. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Marcia. Yes, he does. He rises. He rises. He has 4 books in him. Are you writing a book?
yes, it's actually Rise is actually going to be a book series I'm working on, which I'm actually halfway through with the first book, and I'm on the pursuit of finishing the other 3. So
excellent. Yes, Jaleesa says Marcia is back. And I know that's how Jaleesa would say it. Yes, yes. Make sure you all follow the one, Mr. Marcia Moore. Where can they stay connected with you so that way you can
stay connected to me through my Gmail, which is marciamore252@gmail.com. My best contact is 252-676-7349. My Instagram handle is Mark_L_Moore. And on Facebook, it is the one, Mr. Marcia Moore.
Excellent. Listen, you guys, I want to make sure too, if you are interested in starting your own show from scratch, I definitely want you to visit kimjacobsconsulting.com and learn. You can register, work with me one-on-one on how to actually start a talk show from scratch. Everything that you need to know that I've learned in the 13 years of being a talk show host, being on PBS, the Word Network, NBC, as one of their balance expert, being sponsored with Coca-Cola and different things that they sent me out to do balance makeovers in people's homes. Those are things that I'm able to pour into you so that you can officially own your own content, but start your show from scratch. you'll get a chance to be able to share your story with people from all about whatever it is that you're trying to brand. So make sure that you go to kimjacobsconsulting.com. Any closing comments that you like to share?
Here's something else I want to speak about my name. So where I came up with the handle, the one Mr. Marcia Moore, I'm actually a truck driver. And back when I applied for my
CDL?
CDL, but security clearance.
Okay.
So there's like a nationwide background to see if anything comes up on your name.
Yes.
DUI.
Anything, right.
Anything. And the crazy thing is something came back on my background. There's a person in Oregon with my exact name, date of birth, and same social security number, but a couple numbers off that it came back, but they actually lost their license due to drinking and driving. So at first they denied me my security clearance. until I
not pay for somebody to be in the same name and it'd be a bad. I was like, wait, something's off. Look at the numbers.
Yeah,
one digit
so
at a time.
I actually denied it until I could prove that wasn't me. But the crazy thing is, I was like, that's not me. And the clear indication that it wasn't me was it was a female. So.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, there are a lot of Kimberly Jacobs around the world, obviously. And so sometimes that happens to me where something will get attached to my credit or whatever. I'm like, look at the details. That is not me. That's not me. That's not me.
Yeah.
There's only one me. Even though people forever creating profiles and all kind of stuff I'm like, really? Please have something more to do in life than to sit around and try to be somebody else, right? I don't want to be anybody else in life. Come on. This is the most ridiculous waste of time with our lives, right? It is ridiculous. Get a hobby, do something. I don't know. Go skating, do something. Anyway, this is interesting. So I'm glad that you were able to get that cleared up, and you are now the one. That's why you probably say I am the one.
Yeah,
the one.
That's the only one. That's the only one.
Mr. Marcia Moore, and that's why you have to put Mr. Because when you applied to be on the show, I was like, why is this person saying the one Mr.? And I never caught on. It was and even though you have Mr. there, I'm still looking like, I think you're conditioned to know what you're conditioned to know, period. So exactly. It's like, when you see Marcia Moore, I was like, this is why they got the one Mr. Who is that? And then when you sent the picture, I was like, oh, he really is a man. He is the Mr. Is his name Mark or is it Marcia? Somebody asked.
Okay, I'm gonna expose something else. So the name Mark actually comes from, I used to work in college. I used to work at a store called Farm Fresh in Virginia Beach. And no lie, no one could pronounce my first name. No, not my manager, not anybody who worked at the front end. Nobody could pronounce my first name. So my manager personally came up to me and said, hey, look, we're gonna call you Mark. And that's pretty much where the name Mark came from. And I used it as my Instagram handle back in the day. I couldn't figure out how to change it, so it just stuck. So that's another name.
That is hilarious. So they just made up whatever name they wanted to give you. That's hilarious. It's like, what? That's not my name. All right. Well, listen, everybody, we have truly enjoyed spending this time today with the one Mr. Marcia Moore. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for putting this comment up. We encourage you to support the Kim Jacobs Show if you enjoy this level of programming that's happening here Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take a moment and just pour into the broadcast. You can do that $ Kim Jacobs Inc. or paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. You can do Venmo at the Kim Jacobs Show or even become a Patreon member. But anyway, we are grateful for all of you that do support the program. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, Jay Nolan, for recently supporting the program. Thank you so much, Ella, for supporting the program. And thank you so much. I have Allison Ski, who always supports the program. And thank you so much for all of you that pour into the program. So thank you. Thank you. All right. Marcia Moore, thank you for being our guest today. I can't wait because tomorrow we're going to have another brand new episode lined up for you. And let me see who tomorrow. Oh, let me see right quick. I can tell y'all who tomorrow's guest is. Let's see. Tomorrow, oh yeah, I should have showed y'all this. But how to research, write, edit, and format and publish your book in just 10 days. We're going to have Rita Mitru, who will be on tomorrow. She's an author and a coach, and I cannot wait for you to meet her tomorrow. How to research, write, edit, format, and publish your book in 10 days. That's who's going to be on tomorrow. And on Wednesday, we have a real estate mogul who is going to blow your mind, talking about healthy real estate. She is a guru in the business and knows exactly what she's talking about. Claudienne, she will be here, and that's on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have How I Survived the Storm. And this is going to be a powerful panel of authors that's going to tell you how they survived the storm. And then, of course, on Friday, we have our Freestyle Friday experts coming on. So we look forward to seeing you all this week at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Marcia Moore.
Thank you.
You have any closing comment? I don't want to deprive you.
One other thing I want to drop on everybody.
Okay, go ahead. And then we're going to close out, y'all.
In life, we are all destined to go to the next level. But sometimes we get stuck on the level that we're on, and we get stuck on a thing called, I just had it, the Plateau Effect. Like you get stuck on this level and you don't know how to like rise and get to the next level. Sometimes you have to surround yourself with other like-minded people, which I have a group, my BBA family, which a lot of them were on today. But yeah. Get connected with people that are willing to run with you, push you, and also just hanging there with you. So,
all right, everybody. Thank you for that wonderful comment. Thank you for being a great guest today. Go get your Silver Shield security. Make sure you get that in place. If you are anywhere in the locations that they serve, go check it out. silvershield-security.com. That was our episode sponsor today. And make sure you follow ToneX. Is it ToneX? Is it ToneX Comedies, Mackenzie? Because I see something different than what I had typed. Is it ToneX Comedies, ToneX? Or is it ToneX Comedy? Comedies. All right. That right there? Okay. Give me a thumbs up if that's right. He's backstage. So I'm going to pull you in for 1 second. Is it ToneX Comedies?
At ToneX Comedy.
That's
DY.
Okay, DY. So I want to make sure you go. Thank you, ToneX. And I'm going to talk to you backstage in a second. All right. So ToneX Comedy on Instagram, because you all want to follow ToneX Comedy on IG, and he's going to have all of his information that he promotes, his clothing, all this, the socks, the grown folk talk, everything. It's some good stuff over there focusing on ToneX. So you want to definitely stay connected with him and all the great work that he's doing. All right, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take it away, Mackenzie. Have a great day. Marcia. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.